Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm recreating this look from Kirsten Sage Coleman. I call it Ice Queen. I really hope you guys like it. She's a popular makeup artist on the HBO show Euphoria. So I start off by going in with the NYX Professional eyeliner in the color dark brown. I like to use that on the bottom of my brow. I really like a defined brow, so it helps to use a darker brown at the bottom, and this eyeliner is perfect because it's super dark but it also glides on really smoothly, and it's super simple to blend out. So I'll go in with my spoolie first and just brush my eyebrows up and outline the bottom brow. And it'll take me a while to complete my brows just because I really love doing my brows. It's, yo, there's nothing better than like a good defined brow. Even if you don't have any other makeup on and just throw on some lip gloss, like, it's life changing. I'm serious. So yes, I go in and I line my brows. I know most makeup artists will tell you not to go too far in to the inside of your brow just because it creates like a unibrow effect. But for me, I tend to go in further just because when I go in and apply my foundation and concealer, I blend it out so it automatically gives like a fadeaway look, so it doesn't look like a unibrow. But that's just how I do it. It's a technique I use. You don't have to follow me. I also am going to be using this flat and angled brush to kind of define and blend out my eyebrow and kind of create a top outline for how I want the top of the eyebrows to be shaped. And I'm gonna fast forward a little bit just because it's gonna take me a long time. So yeah, just so next I'm just gonna go in with the NYX Professional Eyebrow Pencil, Precision Brow Pencil, and it is really good because it's a flat pencil and it's angled, so it really gives you the perfect defined brow, and it's lighter than the brow pencil that I used on the bottom of my brow. And what I'll do is outline my brow. I feel like I'm saying eyebrow a lot. I am. But then I'm gonna go back in with that flat angled brush and just blend everything out together so it gives it the perfect brow look. Next I'll go in with my Maybelline, New York, and L'Oreal Infallable concealers. I will have the shades listed. I like to use a lighter shade in the arch of my brow. It just gives it a more highlighted and pronounced look. But I do mix it in with the darker L'Oreal shade. It's gonna look crazy when I blend it out, but it'll all come together, guys. But yes, I'm going to take this small round brush and just kind of blend that out in the arch, and then use my flat brush to drag whatever product is left on there to the front of my brow, to kind of blend that out and define it more. So you'll see me do that. So next I'm going to go in with my Maybelline New York Illuminator highlighting concealer. I love this concealer so much. It's the perfect shade for my color when I'm highlighting my face, and it blends out really, really, really well. It's a super creamy texture, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to put this all over my lid. I am going to be doing a lighter color on my lid, so it's very important that I have the correct concealer base for that. I'm going to finish up by blending out and defining my brow on top, and then I will blend out the concealer on my eyelid as well. So next, I'm actually just going to go in with this clear brow gel that I got from Ulta Beauty in one of my like gift bags that I get whenever I buy stuff in there. I've had it for a little bit. I have a lot of them, so yeah, it takes me a while to finish them. But yeah, I just go over this. It's a good holding gel for your brows throughout the day so that they don't smudge or anything, and it kind of defines your eyebrow hairs. It's kind of like a mascara for your eyebrows. So next I'm just going in and to do some color correcting to ensure that I don't have any scars or dark spots showing, to give off like a polished look at the end of the video. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So next I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the under my brow and the arch before I go in and start working on my eyeshadow. I like to go ahead and do an initial highlight under my arch just because I feel like it blends out a lot better. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply a Peach Glow primer to my lid, and I love it so much because it has kind of a shimmering effect, but it's the perfect primer, you guys. It's amazing. So next I go in with my Morphe setting powder to set my eyelid, just so there's no smudging or creasing throughout the day. And then I'll go in with my MAC brush. I don't remember what brush it is, but everything will be listed in the description. And I just kind of blend it out and buff it so that I can go ahead and get started on my eyeshadow. So next I'm just going to go in with my E.L.F. Ultimate Face Palette, and I love this palette so much just because there's a lot of different colors, super vibrant ones, and they're super fun to use. I haven't used it a lot, but I'm hoping I'm going to get into it now. So I made a mistake. I thought I was showing you guys which colors I was picking out, but I wasn't, so we're just going to describe them. So I go in with a soft pink using my tapered crease eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to use that to build some product into the corners of my eyes, and then I'll go in with kind of a medium brown and kind of blend that into the corner of my eye to create a shadowy effect. It's not going to be too dark just because we are using a lighter color as the base for the look. So just gonna blend that out a little bit, and always make sure to wet your brushes. I always use a primer or my setting spray. It just helps blend the product out a lot better. So yeah. So next I'm gonna go back in with that Maybelline concealer and just kind of do kind of like a half moon conceal on the cut crease of my lid part, and just kind of blend that out. I will use a kind of neutral, kind of beige, I want to say, color on my E.L.F. palette to set that, just so it doesn't smudge or crease or create any, like, you know, not blendingness, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to use this small blending brush that I have to do that. So next I'm just going to go in with kind of an icy blue kind of color. Just start building up the color on my lid that I concealed. So I'll start with that icy blue, and then I'll go in with kind of, it's like 2 shades darker, but I'll just use that to cover up the rest of my lid and blend it out to start smoothing out that coverage. I will then use kind of a royal blue and mix it with the light blue and just kind of put that on top as well to blend that out and create the look that I want. And use this small angled brush to make sure that I have it perfectly outlined the way I want it to, so that everything blends out together perfectly. Then I go in with kind of a silver color, and I mix that with the blue, and just kind of put that in the middle of the lid. I then have a smaller palette. It's a Professional Glamwear palette. I don't know who makes it, but it kind of just has a bunch of shimmery colors. So I used their Ice Baby Blue color to start putting that on my lid, just to kind of give it a shimmer effect. And kind of pat that on there with a flat brush, just so the consistency doesn't change and it doesn't start smudging everywhere. And I'm just going to build up the product. And then I use a silverish white color to go in on the middle of that lid, just to give it more of a highlighted effect. And I'm going to use my tapered MAC brush to kind of blend it. So next I'm going to use this kind of medium light brown from MAC. It has a shimmery tint to it, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in the corners of my eye and kind of blend it out into the middle, just to blend out the blue and that brown so it's not so harsh and it comes out smoothly. So next I'm just going to go in with kind of a blue color. I'll be able to show it to you guys on camera. And then I went in with kind of like a shimmery bronzish light brown color, and I mixed the two together, and I tapped off the end of my brush just so there's no excess powder, and just blended in the corners so that the colors all blend together really well. The bronze color does have kind of a pink under hue to it, so you can kind of see it, but it's not too pronounced. It just kind of blends well with your skin tone. So as I was doing my second eyelid, I decided to actually make it a little bit darker, just with the contrast of my darker skin tone. I wasn't sure if the lighter shade would work for me, so I did go in with more of that royal blue and just coat it a little more, and then went back in with the shimmery silver and bronzish color and to coat the lid with. So then I just go back and buff it all out and make sure everything looks good. Look at myself a little bit in the mirror. I'm a little vain, y'all. I know that's a sin. But yeah, I go ahead and blend out any excess powder off my face, eyeshadow I mean. And then I will be going in with the NYX white liner pencil. It has a really creamy application to it, which I really enjoyed. I would recommend, just after having done this, that I put on the liner after I put on my lashes. I did find that it was a little harder to do, make sure I didn't get like any eye glue on the liner, just because I was using black eye glue, which probably wasn't the smartest, but I digress. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna go in with the white liner, and then on top of the white liner, I'm gonna go in with that baby blue eyeshadow, and I'm using a really small flat brush, tilted angled flat brush, to go over that white liner with. So next I'm going to go in with my Matte FitMe Maybelline foundation. It's actually called Maybelline FitMe Matte Foundation at 360. And I love this foundation so much. It's my favorite drugstore foundation because it's my exact right color, as you can see, and it gives me full coverage and a matte finish. And I have really, really oily skin, guys. It's annoying, but I have super oily skin, so its coverage definitely helps with that. So my makeup lasts all day, and I'm not having to retouch it up throughout the day. So I definitely recommend this, as well as using a good setting powder if you have oily skin, so you can have like a nice look. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in with my silicone blending sponge. I've heard mixed reviews on this, but I would recommend it. I haven't had any like problems with it. Some people say that it doesn't blend in the makeup as well, but for me it works really well. But yeah, I use that, and then I'm gonna go in with a buffer brush and just blend everything in. Next, I'm just gonna go back in with the Maybelline concealer to highlight my face. The heart was extra on my forehead, but I actually do the upside down triangle on my chin. I just find that I'm able to create a more structured jawline, I guess, because then I do contour the side of my chin. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with that highlight and just blend it out with this mini beauty blender. And yeah. So one thing I did notice with this highlight is that it is creamy, but it does tend to dry a little quickly. So I would recommend only doing, like, putting it on as you go. But yeah, I really liked it. Next I'm gonna go in with my contour stick from Black Radiance, and I don't know what I was on right now. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go in and kind of blend out that contour. Yeah, and use the contour stick. I really like this contour stick. It's really creamy, and unlike the highlighting stick, it doesn't dry out. It just has a creamy texture, which makes it really easy to buff out with either a sponge or a contour brush. I use both just because it makes it easier. So I didn't say this before, but when I highlight my face, I go through the my middle of my forehead, and to the bridge of my nose, and then my chin, my cheeks and high cheekbones, and then just right under my cheekbones, right below where the contour line is. And then for contour, I'm gonna do the side of my face, the side of my nose, the side of my chin, the bottom of my chin, which really helps if you're like me and you are a bigger girl and you just have like that double chin situation. It kind of gives that illusion that you don't have that double chin. So yeah. So next is the most important part, and I cannot stress this enough. The most important part of this whole tutorial. Nothing else matters after this or before. But you need to blend your face, okay? You need to blend every color that is on your face and blend it together, because it has to match and it just has to all look good. As you can see, I'm using my blending silicone sponge, and then I'm gonna go in with my contour brush. I recommend everybody has a contour brush because it really helps buff out everything. Yeah, it really helps. Next, I'm just going to go in with my MAC buffing brush, and I'm going to blend everything out. I'm sorry, my light actually went out at that moment. But then I'm going to go back in with the Morphe setting powder, and I'm just going to put it right under everywhere I highlighted. So under my eyes, on my forehead, on the bridge of my nose, as well as my chin, and right under that contour line. Next, I'm just going to go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara as well as the Maybelline Mascara, and I'm going to apply both of those to my lashes. These give me a really defined look, which is going to be perfect with the natural look of the eyelashes. And I will be applying them off camera. I used the Kiss eyelashes, but my camera ended up dying, so I applied the eyelashes as well as my the gold chain that went above. Off camera, and then I came back to finish up the rest of the look. I went ahead and applied my eyelashes as well as the gold chain on my eyelid off camera. All I used was the Ardell eyelash glue. It was really hard to put that gold chain on. I used tweezers, but it was a struggle, okay? So right now I'm just going in with the Infallable matte pressed powder, and that just completes the look and just kind of blends everything together and makes sure, you know, I'm not out here looking crazy or whatever. So yeah, I really like this one, again, because it is a matte finish, so it works well with my skin tone, and kind of, I use as many matte products as possible, guys. I have really oily skin, like, and if it's hot, it just, like, it's 10 times worse. But so yeah, I go in with that. Ooh, that contour I love it. But I go in with that, and then I'm gonna use the MAC Ambering Rose blush. I really love this blush because it works well with my skin tone. It's my favorite everyday blush. Sometimes I use like a darker color, just if I'm going for a more dramatic look. But this has more of like a peach orangish tint, and it works well with darker skinned women. So I definitely recommend it. Now I'm going to go in and do by far my favorite part, and that is adding the highlight. Oh my gosh. And I am using a highlighter from Iman Cosmetics. I love it so much, you guys. Like, it's got like a bronzish tone to it, and it really works well with my skin tone, and it's like an everyday highlight for me, if I'm not trying to do anything too dramatic, especially with this look. But yes, I love it so much, and I'm gonna go in and put it on the high of my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, the arch of my eyebrows, and as well as my chin, the tip of my chin, and the dip of my lip. What is that called? I don't know what that's called, but you know what I'm talking about. Then I'm gonna go in with I'm using the Butter Gloss in Praline from NYX Cosmetics, as well as just a cheap beauty supply clear lip gloss that I got. Did you know they're out here charging $10 at Ulta for clear lip gloss? Like, are you out of your mind? No, absolutely not. But yeah, this just kind of completes the look and gives it kind of just a finished look. It's a natural kind of lip color, and yeah, I love it. So this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna post a clip with a higher resolution, but thank you guys so much for supporting me. It really means a lot. And if you have any suggestions on how I can improve or any videos you would like to see, please let me know. But yeah, from Denny, with love. Bye y'all.